Dear students, today we are going to discuss the integration by method of partial fractions. So let us see the types of partial fractions. First of all, here if f of x and g of x are two polynomials, then f of x upon g of x, where g of x is not equal to 0, is a rational function. Means if you have two functions f of x and g of x which are both polynomials, and f of x upon g of x is called as rational function. And in the rational function, see here second point, if degree of f of x is less than degree of g of x, degree means higher index of x. So the degree of the numerator, that is degree of f of x, if it is suppose less than degree of g of x, then f of x upon g of x, that rational function, is called as a proper rational function. Remember the word proper rational function. When it is called as proper rational function, whenever degree of f of x is less than degree of g of x. Means, for example, here I will write one example for this proper rational function. That is, here suppose 2x plus 1 upon x square plus 2x plus 3. See here, the degree of the numerator is 1 because the index of x is 1 here. See, 2x, higher index of x is 1 here. So degree of f of x means degree of numerator is less than degree of the denominator. Here denominator is x square plus 2x plus 3. This is also polynomial. We can say it as quadratic equation. And here the higher index of x is 2. So the degree of the denominator is 2 and degree of the numerator is 1. Then this is called as proper rational function. This one is proper rational function. Remember, where f of x and g of x means numerator and denominator both are polynomial. So this is second point. Now third one is, if degree of f of x, if it is suppose greater than or equal to degree of g of x, means if the degree of the numerator is greater than or equal to degree of denominator, then f of x upon g of x is called as improper rational function. Improper rational function. And in this case, what we have to do? In this case, we can express f of x upon g of x, which is equal to as quotient plus remainder upon g of x. Means we have to divide the polynomial f of x by g of x and express in terms of quotient remainder form. Means we have to convert it into as f of x upon g of x is equal to quotient plus remainder upon g of x. So degree of the remainder will be less than degree of g of x. By example you will understand all this concept, but this is called as improper rational function whenever the degree of the numerator is greater than or equal to degree of g of x. And in this rational function, in all these rational function, we have to use the integration by method of partial fraction. Means we have to convert the rational function into partial form to get the integration. Okay. Now we will study the type number 1. Whenever we have the proper rational function, that is f of x upon g of x, where degree of f of x is less than degree of g of x, and in that case we have to use the partial fraction method to integrate that function. And type number 1 contains that the denominator is expressed as distinct linear factors. See the denominator of the given function, and if that denominator is expressed as distinct linear factors, then we have to use the partial fraction method to evaluate the integration. We will take one example for it. Now see here the types of the rational form, means rational function, whenever the denominator is expressed as distinct linear factors. See here, first example, rational form, that is px plus or minus q. See, the degree of the numerator is 1 here because the index of x is 1, and to the denominator there are two distinct linear factors. First one is x minus a and second one is x minus b. If you multiply these two factors, then you will get the quadratic equation, and you know that degree of the quadratic equation is 2. So this is the proper rational form because the degree of the numerator is less than degree of the denominator. But the quadratic equation is factorized into two distinct linear factors, as suppose x minus a and x minus b. Why it is called as linear factor? Because the degree of x is 1. If the degree of x is 1, then it is called as linear factor. So the factors of the denominator are x minus a into x minus b. And if you want to evaluate this type of integration, then we have to convert this rational form into partial form. So see, how will you convert the rational form to partial form? If you have the denominator which is expressed as a distinct linear factors, then we have to convert it as a upon x minus a. I will take the capital A as a constant plus capital B upon another linear factor. Means we express this px plus or minus q upon x minus a into x minus b as in the form of partial form as a upon x minus a plus b upon x minus b. Then by comparing, we have to determine the value of constant a and value of constant b, and then you can integrate this. So as a type number 1, whenever the denominator is expressed as distinct linear factors, here there are two distinct linear factors, then we have to use the partial form as a upon x minus a plus b upon x minus b. Similarly, see the second type. If the numerator is px square plus or minus qx plus or minus r, and the denominator contains three distinct linear factors, that is first one is x minus a, second one is x minus b, and third one is x minus c. And if you multiply this totally, then you will get the cubic polynomial, because the degree of denominator will be 3. Because if you multiply this, then you will get the cubic equation. So here also the degree of the numerator is less than degree of the denominator. So this is the proper rational function. And how will you convert it into partial form? You can convert it into partial form by taking the constant a upon x minus a plus b upon x minus b plus constant c upon x minus c. Means we have to express this given proper rational form to the partial form like this. So if you have three linear factors, then consider three constants, capital A, capital B, and capital C. So this is the conversion of rational form to partial form whenever denominator is expressed as distinct linear factors. Now we will solve one example related to this type number 1. So let us see now. Evaluate integration 2x plus 1 upon x plus 1 into x minus 2. Now see, this is the proper rational function because the degree of numerator is 1, and after multiplying by these two factors, the degree of the denominator will be 2. If you multiply this x plus 1 into x minus 2, then you will get the quadratic equation. So here the degree of the numerator, I will write here degree of numerator. See here, d of n means degree of numerator is less than degree of denominator. So this is the proper rational function. Now to integrate this, we will use the partial fraction method. So for that, I will express this proper rational form into the partial form. So I will write 2x plus 1 upon x plus 1 into x minus 2. Here the denominator is expressed in terms of two distinct linear factors. See, x plus 1 is a linear factor and x minus 2 is another linear factor. So denominator is expressed as two distinct linear factors, and we have to convert it into partial form like this. So I have to take a upon x plus 1 plus b upon x minus 2. So see here, 2x plus 1 upon x plus 1 into x minus 2 can be converted into a upon x plus 1 plus b upon x minus 2. Now mathematically we have to calculate the value of constant a as well as constant b. So for that, here I will take the cross multiplication. So a into x minus 2 plus b into x plus 1 divided by x plus 1 into x minus 2, and this one is as it is, 2x plus 1 upon x plus 1 upon x minus 2. Now compare both sides. Here the denominator on the both sides will get cancelled, and just you will get 2x plus 1 is equal to a into x minus 2 plus b into x plus 1. So just by comparing or solving both sides, first of all we will take the cross multiplication to this side, and then we get this step. This is very important step. Now to determine the value of a and b, we have to use one method. If you want to calculate the value of a, then we have to remove the value of b. By removing b you will get a, and as well as by removing a you will get the value of b. Okay, so see, if I put, see the multiple of b is x plus 1. So if I put x is equal to minus 1, then that multiple will get 0. So b into 0. So that's why b will get removed. If I put x is equal to minus 1 to the both sides, then what will you get? See here, I will put here 2 into minus 1 plus 1 is equal to a into bracket minus 1 minus 2. B will get cancelled, because to cancel out b we have taken x is equal to minus 1. So what will you get? See here, 2 into minus 1 is minus 2. Minus 2 plus 1, that is equal to minus 1, which is equal to a into minus 1 minus 2 means minus 3 into a. So what will be the value of a? By this we get the value of a as 1 by 3. Check the calculation here. We get the value of a is equal to 1 by 3. So see the method of partial fraction. First of all, we have considered a upon x plus 1 plus b upon x minus 2, and by cross multiplying you can write this step. Directly also you can write this step, 2x plus 1 is equal to a into x minus 2 plus b into x plus 1, and after getting this step you have to use the proper value of x, so that if you want to remove b, then we have to put x is equal to minus 1, and then we get the value of a as 1 upon 3. Similarly, by removing the value of a, you have to calculate the value of b. So for that, if I put, see the factor of a is x minus 2, factor with a is x minus 2. So if I put x is equal to 2, then a will get cancelled. So see here, 2 into 2 plus 1 is equal to, a will get cancelled, and hence you will get b into 2 plus 1. Now 2 into 2 is 4, 4 plus 1 is 5. So 5 is equal to 2 plus 1 is 3, so 3b, and hence we get the value of b is equal to 5 by 3. So removing a, you will get the value of b. So this is the procedure to obtain the constant. So after getting the value of a and b, we get, mathematically we get, or we can express 2x plus 1 upon x plus 1 into x minus 2 as, see, 1 upon 3 upon x plus 1 plus 5 upon 3 upon x minus 2. So by using partial fraction method, the proper rational function is converted into the partial form as 1 upon 3 upon x plus 1 plus 5 by 3 upon x minus 2. Now original integration that we are going to evaluate is converted as, see, so we will evaluate integration I is equal to integration of 1 upon 3 upon x plus 1 plus 5 by 3 upon x minus 2. So this is called as partial fraction method. This is called as partial fraction method. Now see here, 1 by 3 you can take outside into integration of 1 upon x plus 1 dx, take the separate integration, plus 5 by 3 as it is into integration of 1 upon x minus 2 dx. Now it is very easy to evaluate this integration. So 1 by 3 as it is. Now the integration of 1 upon x plus 1. See, integration of 1 upon x plus 1 is log of modulus of x plus 1. Because you know that integration of 1 upon x, integration of 1 upon x is log of modulus of x plus constant. Here also it is 1 upon x plus 1. Integration of 1 upon x plus 1 will be log of modulus of x plus 1 plus 5 by 3 as it is into integration of 1 upon x minus 2 is log of modulus of x minus 2. Because see here, 1 upon x, x means linear factor, x means linear factor. Why it is called as linear factor? Because index of x is 1. So integration of 1 upon x is log of modulus of x. Then integration of 1 upon x plus or minus a, you can write any value of a here. Then its integration is also equal to log of modulus of x plus or minus a plus constant, because derivative of x plus or minus a is 1. Actually we have to divide by the derivative of x plus or minus a, but derivative of x plus or minus a is 1. So directly you can write the integration of 1 upon x plus 1 as log of modulus of x plus 1 plus 5 by 3 as it is, and the integration of 1 upon x minus 2 will be log of modulus of x minus 2, plus you have to write the constant of integration as c. So the integration is completed. This is by using partial fraction method. So see here, the method is what? As a type number 1, whenever the denominator contains, for the proper rational function, if the denominator is expressed as two distinct linear factors, then we have to convert this proper rational function into the partial form by considering the constants a and b, a upon x plus 1 plus b upon x minus 2, and to determine the value of a and b, we have to cross multiply, and then comparing both sides you will get this step. You can write this step directly also, and by removing b you will get the value of a, and by removing a you will get the value of b, and after getting that, if you convert it into partial form, then it is very easy to integrate like this, and hence you will get this answer. So try to solve this type of questions by using partial fraction method. So this is the type number 1 of the partial fraction method. Okay, thank you.